ታሪክ በጥንቃቄ መያዝ ይገባዋል ብሎ ነበር ጆዋር መሐመድ። Well, so we are in the quest of our history. Okay, this is a piece of history as well. As you can see, the CIA released file. And it says January 30th, 1969. Again, this is before Jawar Mohammed was born, of course. And this is a CIA file. So you have Vietnam, Philippines, legislative elections, leadership turnout, and then in all this, you also have Ethiopia, Peru. It's not just Ethiopia in this file. Here in this file, you have a map, and on this map, Addis Ababa is in a shot, as you can see. It's in shot. You don't see any Oromo. You see Kufla Garat, and their, capital city, Bagimedir, Gondar, like before, This is 1969, okay? But this is very interesting because now it talks about Gojam specifically. And it says the following: the continuing tax revolt in Gojam province and a resurgence of rebel activity in Bali and Sidamo province are severely straining Ethiopia's financial and military resources. Violence has resumed and apparently intensified in Gojam province, where a peasant anti-tax revolt first produced civil disturbance in mid-1968. The Gojamis have been protesting a tax on agricultural income levied throughout the country, primarily because they fear it is a play of overturn their traditional land ownership. The violence last year was only temporarily halted by the removal of several inept provincial officials in August. Other attempts at peaceful settlements were also unsuccessful. Although it is part of the Amhara heartland of Ethiopia, Gojam has a long history of rebellion against domination from Addis Ababa. I'll read it again. Although it is part of the Amhara heartland of Ethiopia, Gojam has a land history of rebelliousness against domination from Addis Ababa. Okay? Gojam, again, is at the heart of the Amhara heartland. Okay? And then we read, the government maintains a strict new blackout. Consequently, a clear picture of development in Gojam is difficult to obtain. No end to the disturbance appears to be in sight. Moreover, what is essentially a local challenge to government authority has a potential of becoming a regional insurgency. After a period of relative quiet, the insurgency that has been smoldering in Bali and part of Sidamo province has intensified. Since 1965, when the restive Galla inhabitants revolted over grievance against the central government, So it is the Gala that are causing the problem. The leader of the insurgents, Wako Guto, returned in December from where? From Somalia. Look at that. So he has resumed his familiar pattern of ambushes and raids used successfully when he first took to the field. As in the past, the army has been incapable of coming to grips with the rebel bands, despite the sizable increase in the number of military units committed to the area. So, the military operation in Gojam against Wako Guto are placing a growing strain on Ethiopia's financial and military resources at a time when the government is urgently trying to cope with significant financial difficulties. Moreover, Ethiopian patience with Somali involvement with Guto is wearing thing is wearing thin. Sorry. Although Haile Selassie and other high officials are well aware that Somali Prime Minister Igal must deal carefully with his army, increased pressure, especially from the Ethiopian army, for a return to a hardline policy against Somalia is clearly possible. Such a move would have serious implications for the already fragile Ethiopian-Somali detente and future relation between the two countries. Okay, so that's how you see it. So the Galas are a problem in 1965. They are terrorist groups, led by Wako Guto and aligned with the Somalis to attack Ethiopia. So these are not actually Ethiopians. They are against Ethiopia, as you can see from this CIA file.